People, stop the shooting.
You know, stop shooting up people and stop sitting up on corner. And stop disobeying curfew, please.
And stop shooting each other.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Another MyView TV exclusive. Please remember to hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in here to cheer for me. Everything what you see up, man, natural talent. Man, me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple, me.
Wagwan, my people. Hope everybody doing okay. Hope everybody doing alright. So hold on now, my people. Me know I'm supposed to wonder why my view don't come tell me say 5 people get shot down a town. Just hold on, remember me tell you say me no run down breaking news, you know. So we soon talk about that. Okay, my people? Right now we have some other little matters what we need for address and we need for the people them know what else have gone in the country. So I could deal with the bangle first and maybe later on we can talk about all who get shot, all who dead, but you want the man me tell the people that were up and sending them pretty picture no man so we can show the people them who them be.
People, stop the shooting.
You know, stop shooting up people and stop sitting up on corner. And stop disobeying curfew, please.
And stop shooting each other.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just stop.
Don't feel I need to say nothing more. Make them turn there, stay on road and idle. You understand? And when bullet reach them, things about them go hospital, them all get look after. No. You don't see no bed there. So either have ears to ear, let them hear. Right now, me going to talk to the Prime Minister. Yes, we're going to talk to the Prime Minister. Come remember this whole oxygen matter here, I get out of hand. And the Prime Minister had this to say.
Any death must be properly investigated. That is the law of the land. And I'm certain that the Ministry of Health and the relevant authorities are investigating all the deaths that have occurred. I am awaiting a report on the deaths that have occurred for me to see the official determination. One of the challenges, of course, is that many of the persons who would have unfortunately passed would have also had comorbidities and other issues underlying. So there has to be definitely an investigation into identifying what actually was the cause. This is the definition of a crisis. A crisis situation is one in which the resources that you have at your disposal are stretched and not sufficient to address the challenge that you have at hand. And we have to work as best as possible with the limited resources that we have, even resources that are challenged, even resources that are subject to force majeure, to ensure that as quickly as possible we bring the resources to deal with the challenge.
Feel like so we head again and water, we can't remember things. Me and you and the people them over here know say nothing now come out of this, you know. Nothing not coming out tight. So you can't stay the chat off your mouth. Uno not going to do a thing.
Because asked a question in Parliament about the preparation of the government for oxygen in the hospital. And the response to the member in Parliament was that we have enough oxygen in storage and capabilities to provide. In light of what happened that must have affected Spanish hospital, do we now have enough oxygen in storage? Will he be able to provide answer? Will he be able to provide
I can't see the caucus on this. Come here to play the game. Come here to create problems. Leave the oxygen alone. The man can't answer the question. Don't with oxygen. What is wrong with this guy? I'm talking about politics.
More to this oxygen story than the naked eyes can see. Can't say me never tell you enough people. So the need to look out in the eye and see exactly what I go on. So hold on now. Tufton, the country prepare for this third wave that will come.
I want to reject any assertion that somehow we have been wandering in the dark over the past 15, 16 months, stopping leaking holes as if we do not have capacity and have not applied that capacity, understanding the nature of an unfolding virus. There's no playbook for it, and have utilized the significant expertise that we have, drawing on assistance from multilaterals or people on the ground in the community or public health nurses and so on, to provide their best case scenario, to write that playbook and to project and to predict. And it has been difficult. It has been difficult for the team, having had to deal with some of these criticisms. And it's a free country, so we're not criticizing criticisms, but the freedom to criticize. But you know, to sort of bear the brunt of that, along with the pressures on the system, and to respond to the daily operational needs in the heights of this third wave, has been quite stressful and difficult.
Is the health minister in a nutshell. And right now you have a war going on, you know. Vaccinated versus unvaccinated. Yes, people, that is the war that is going on. And I can tell you something. I always say, anything you want to do, I will support you guys. Me not tell nobody say them have to take it, and me not tell nobody say them don't have to take it. Anything you want to do, just do. And no say, me support you. To each his own. Everybody choose them destiny.
We want to bear in mind a couple of things. We do not want to be at war or in division between vaxxed and unvaxxed. It's not a nice thing. And a lot of the discussion is pushing that kind of division, which we cannot afford at this time.
So I am wondering, sir, that if people are coming, if we can say to them, to come in, we're going to ask that you show us a negative document to say that you did what you did and you're negative. If you don't want to take the vaccination, and those who would have been vaccinated would have been free to come in. I'm wondering whether that is legal.
So asking persons to be tested every week and saying, well, I'm vaxxed, so I can come in, but you're not vaxxed, so please stay out. I don't know if that is a good road to go. What I do know is that because I am vaccinated, if I get the infection, my risk of getting severely ill, my risk of needing hospitalization, and my risk of dying is significantly reduced.
Said before, me now run on the breaking news. You understand, there's a lot of issues that needs answers, and persons can get a little clarity as to what is going on and how to move forward. Just as how me see a lot of persons are asked about, yo, my view, they must say if me not take a vaccine for work, me I go get fire and them something there. If you don't know, now is your time to listen.
Before we get to that point, we've got to ensure, I mentioned before the availability, but we've got to ensure accessibility. So it would be hard to say that a reasonable requirement for everybody to be vaccinated when everybody doesn't even have the wherewithal to be vaccinated. So time off from work, the ability to have it accessible in an area that they can go to get it. So we need to cross those hurdles before we ought to cross those hurdles anyway, before we get to that other point. Remember, dismissal is a dismissal of an individual. It's not necessarily a dismissal of a group. And our labor laws and the labor relations code is quite specific about how those are quite clear, rather, about how dismissal ought to take place. So there's a process that you would need to undergo. And while there may be some debate about what is in law, what is not in law, what's very clear about the labor relations code and the experiences of operating with our industrial disputes tribunal is that there is a process to follow. A time may come when more direct policies or government may need to take a particular decision in terms of putting policies in place. We have said, as part of our statement, that the government has a responsibility to look at the legislation. I mean, we have the occupational safety Health Act that is right on the table. It requires certain mandates for employers. It requires certain mandates for employers. The government could look at that and could effectively utilize aspects of that to put stronger means to enable employers to do what is right for their workforce and for their work environment. And what we're seeing more and more of is as those direct discussions take place with employees, as more people see others being vaccinated, as more people come face to face with the reality of how disastrous COVID can be on an individual and family, we're seeing more people taking the vaccine. So I've seen in a couple instances where whole companies have now been able to convince their employees, all of their employees, to take the vaccine.